All right, little update on clocking the turbo. I did take the outlet right there and rotate it counterclockwise, looking at it from the front to point it upwards a little bit more because I have the adapter, the tri-clamp adapter to fit on there to put other things on. So let's see what it looks like. So this is the HX35 V-band adapter, not tri-clamp adapter. Got a little O-ring in there, so I'm gonna try and jam it in there and put the clamp on. Alright, looks like I got the adapter on, wasn't too bad. I'm pretty sure everything's seated, looks okay. So I'm gonna move on to the elbow. And that elbow is too long, so I am gonna end up trimming it back just a little bit to get a little less of the straight part going down right there. And then hopefully it won't be all smushed up like that. So I'm gonna try and trim it somewhere around the base of this clamp. I don't wanna go too much further into the turn because it's gonna start getting less of the angle and it's gonna be pointing up more towards the compressor. So I might even leave a little bit more on this back side right here to see if I can actually angle it a little bit more and go a little bit more than the 90 degrees, just so we can clear the compressor right there. Let's see if I can cut it. All right, got the 90 elbow on. I did have to adjust the clocking on the compressor housing just a little bit more counterclockwise to try and get that to not be too crunched up between the inner fender right there and the AC hose and the bottom of the AC compressor. So I'm going to see if I can get a straight pipe in there to come out under the belt. Alright, so got the intercooler and piping done, I guess, so we're gonna go over it. Start over here at the throttle body. That's a 2.75 inch to a 2.5 inch reducer. Then it goes to a 60. Comes out here. I am trying to retain factory AC. I don't think this is gonna work. I think the belt's gonna hit it, so I just took the belt off for now. Got a 90 there, 90 coupler. 90 bend aluminum. I got a straight coupler, blow-off valve adapter, another 90 going down around the Champion 3-row. This is another cut up 90 pipe right here. Then another straight coupler, another 90 pipe, another 90 coupler. This is some little bullshit intercooler I bought off Facebook Marketplace that some other dude with a Z31 had. And he said he had it all fixed up, but he actually ended up going through the front or through the inner fenders, and I didn't want to do that, so I'm just doing this. This is actually a 2.75 outlet inlet, so this is a reducing coupler from 2.5 to 2.75. Same thing on this other side. We got a 90 reducer from the 2.75 intercooler outlet, or actually this is the inlet side. To a 2.5 inch 90, another 90 silicone coupler, another 90 pipe. Most of these were already all cut up from all the shit that I bought, so I was just trying to make use of what I had. We got another straight coupler. This is another 90, another 90. That's a straight pipe going all the way back. Another 90 coupler. Then I have the HX35. I do have the, what is that? I think it's a 2.5 inch V-band clamp adapter to the coupler. I wouldn't recommend doing that. And if I did it again, I would just grind off the little V-band on the compressor housing of the turbo. Because if you look down here, it's real close. If we had just come straight off the compressor housing, we could have had a lot more room to come through this area right here and not be all jammed up there against the AC line and the AC compressor. Like I said, I am trying to retain factory AC, so I think a better option would have been to come over and down and then go under the AC compressor for the inlet into the throttle body. but because I use this stupid adapter on the HX35, there's just not a lot of room, and I didn't want to run the cold side right over the exhaust manifold, or the turbo manifold, whatever. So that's what I did there. Then off the front of the compressor housing, there's I believe it's a 4-inch compressor housing inlet, and that coupler is a 4-inch to 3-inch reducer. I have a little aluminum tight 90 right here. This is a 45-degree silicone coupler. That is just a piece of straight 3-inch. Another coupler right there. We got the MAF and then a cone filter. So definitely a little brain teaser trying to get all this to work, but I will say there's a lot better ways of doing this. The top mount intercooler is the best option, I think, where instead of having an inlet and outlet on the sides, the inlet and outlet is actually up here on the top. Then you can probably just run a 90 up over the 3-row radiator and not have to deal with all this, because all this is not lined up very well, as you can see. Planning was interesting. Using what I had, I tried to do a little diagram and try and figure out what else I needed. I ended up just buying like 250 bucks worth of stuff on eBay. I still have a couple things left over. I thought I might need these straight pipes or that 45, or maybe another coupler or something. But this is where we're at. So obviously the perfect intercooler setup would probably be, you know, coming right off the compressor housing with a 90, coming straight up here, 90ing over the radiator, and then just right into the top mount intercooler, coming over here, another 90 to come over, 90 to go over the radiator, and then if you got like a maximum intake or some type of front-facing intake with a throttle body up here, that would be best, so you don't have to deal with going all the way back over, you know, the AC stuff. Like I said, I am trying to retain factory AC. Didn't really accomplish that goal, but maybe version 2 will have that. One more little word of advice is to double check the measurements on the bands that you're buying. I bought this as a 4-inch band clamp for the inlet of the compressor housing, and it was just tight enough to where I couldn't get it to fit. I also bought some 2.5-inch T-bolt clamps from eBay. It said 2.5-inch on the listing, so I just assumed that 2.5-inch would fit 2.5-inch intercooler piping and couplers, but I was wrong. If you look closely, this is actually 60 to 68 millimeters, which technically will not fit the outer diameter of a 2.5-inch silicone coupler. So I had to buy a whole nother set of T-bolt clamps. Proper size for 2.5-inch intercooler couplers is a 75/67. That's the range in millimeters of the diameter. And so you can see this fits nicely on a 2.5-inch coupler, and you can clamp it down on the pipe. And then just on the planning side, I had a long list of things I was trying to buy. I was just guessing on how to get back to everywhere I needed to go. So we are getting closer to the attempting a first start. I need to run some vacuum lines, connect all the connectors, and I would like to fill it up with coolant before I start it. I should be able to start it here in the next couple days, so I would like to put a first start video on YouTube soon, so check back and we'll see if it starts or not.